Good morning. So today is a very exciting day because I'm finally made it to Bukit Lawang, which was the main purpose of this whole trip. So this is the largest national park here in North Sumatra with the highest density of orangutans. So this is finally happening today. Today I'm starting a 3 days hiking trek to see orangutan, maybe even Sumatran tiger and elephant. So it's gonna be absolutely incredible. The highlight of Indonesia for sure. Yeah, the Papua didn't happen unfortunately. There I was planning to do the swim in the Kandarwashik Bay. This is a big bay, bigger than my country, with the best diving spot to swim with whale sharks. And I was planning to do there the thing of birds of paradise. If you don't know what birds of paradise are, these most amazing, incredible, bizarre looking birds, and you can only see in the Papua. This is the only place in the world you can see them. And yeah, you can Google or search on YouTube the videos, the birds of paradise mating dances, because they are beyond bizarre. They look unreal, like aliens. So seeing the birds of paradise is a big wish for years for me now. Sadly it didn't happen now, but that's okay. I'm gonna go back to Papua in a few years hopefully. But this is the second part of the wildlife planning in Indonesia. So orangutans here, it's gonna be absolutely incredible. I was actually planning to go on a 5-day hike, but they couldn't find people who were as enthusiastic as me, so we could only find a group for a 3-day hike, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what this fruit is called. It kind of looks like tomato and also tastes kind of like tomato, but it's like sweet tomato. It's pretty good. So yeah, today is the day. It's the start of the biggest, the greatest adventure here in Indonesia. It's going to be absolutely incredible. It's getting dark now. That's why we stopped at the first campsite for the day. So I want to tell you a little bit about today. Hell of a day. So yeah, we went in the morning, entering the jungle, and very quickly we already saw orangutans, because here so high density of these animals, which is great. That's why we need to protect places like this. The jungle here is very rich. So this was pretty amazing. I'm not sure what's happening to me. I think some blood is on my hands, so it's some leech biting me or something. Anyway, we're in the jungle. Yeah, so seeing orangutans for the first time, I didn't film much today because I wanted to enjoy it first. I think I'll do a little bit more filming tomorrow to show you guys. So I saw orangutans for the first time, which was a lifelong wish of mine. So it was amazing seeing these creatures, how they, mostly mothers with the babies, we saw a few of them. They just move so gently and they live these happy, simple lives here in these jungles. So that was great. Yeah, we also saw some peacock, which was beautiful. We saw some turtles, forest turtles, and a bunch of stuff. So great day. But as I'm sure you caught on by now, there were problems also. It's problems all the time. So to understand the thing that happened today, I have to tell you a little bit about my past. So when I was a kid, I used to get stung a lot by the bees and the wasps, like all the time, because I was A long time I was in our house in the country in the summer, and always playing somewhere around water, and bees and wasps come to drink the water, right? And then I go to swim, and then on the towel there's a bee, for example, and I washing drying myself, there's a bee sting me somewhere here. And yeah, just I got stung by the bees and wasps all the time when I was a kid, so I developed like a allergy to it. If I would be stung here, for example, my arm would swell crazy like this. And one time I got stuck somewhere here in the eye, and I would look like this. It was crazy. I was unrecognizable, and because I was raised a bit more like harsh, disciplined family, my mother was always like, as long as you're not dead, you're healthy enough to go to school, to everything, right? So I went to school with an eye like this, with a face, and the stupid bully kids would say I look like Lord Voldemort. Oh, it was crazy. For a few days, yeah. But then I kind of didn't get stung by the bees somehow anymore, and this allergy kind of stopped. So in the recent years I didn't really have any bee or wasp stings, and if I did, it wasn't really nothing too bad at all, right? But here we are today in the jungle, watching some peacock, the jungle peacock, which the male jungle peacock is maybe the most beautiful animal I've seen. So elegant and gracious, even much more than European ones. Unfortunately, we didn't see the mating, the tail spread, which would probably be even more incredible, but it was super elegant and smooth. And then we maybe somehow disturbed some wasp nest or something. And who do they stung? Me, of course, right? So I got stung here, here, and here. And at first I didn't really think much about it. Yeah, it was a very sharp, strong pain, but I thought that's okay, it's gonna go away anyway. So I didn't really pay much attention to that, right? So then we go forward, and a few minutes later we stop, we eat some fruit, like a snack. Yes, but then I feel some pressure in my ears, and I thought maybe it's because of we hiked a bit up, so maybe it's high elevation, nothing to worry about, right? Pressure in the ears, that's okay. And then I feel this pressure becomes stronger, and it becomes pain in the ears. Do I have some ear infection or something? I really hope not, but try to ignore it, and we keep sitting there for this break. But then, what happened then? I start to feel itchy all over my body, here on the hand, and especially on my feet, in my butt, everywhere I feel itchy, and I thought, well, it's probably because there's all sorts of flies and everything around here, right? So all the mosquitoes and flies and ants, everything is in the jungle, is all around you. So maybe it's just that, nothing too much, and I try to ignore it still. Yeah, we're gonna refill our water bottles. We just boiled some water from the river and gonna refill them. Try to ignore this itchiness also. But then I start to feel numbness in my mouth. I feel like my mouth is swelling. So that's kind of the point where I thought maybe that couldn't be a coincidence anymore. Something is definitely going on with me, right? And I think to myself, do I talk to my guide? Do I say anything? Or I think it's just gonna go away. I wait 5 minutes and it's gonna go away, right? But then I think these are jungle people. Maybe they know some jungle medicine. They're gonna give me some leaf and something, and the pain is all gonna go away. All of these symptoms. But unfortunately, they were clueless about any kind of jungle medicine, so none of those. I told about something feel itchy and stuff. But then when I When it get kind of a bit scary, was when I had troubles breathing because my nose swell and my nose tubes got narrower, so I had troubles breathing. Then I thought, this is not good. This something has to be done. And I talked to my guides again. Have you ever seen this before? It's some allergic reaction maybe to this wasp or something. I don't know. Have you seen this before? Is it common? Is it gonna go away? But they just didn't know what's going on with me until, yeah, I was still, my ears were in pain. I got all weird marks on the whole of my body, which I never get. I have like really resilient skin and I don't get rashes and red spots, but I was here in my waist area. Everywhere was like these red, weird spots, and I was kind of, what the fuck is going on with me? This was a horrible thing that never happens to me. I'm always good. Nothing, no allergies, no food I cannot eat, no, nothing, right? But now everything kind of all comes back. So yeah, whatever. And then I think, no, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. So, but what happened was this allergy when I was a kid from these wasps. This I could survive the European gentle wasps, but this North Sumatran wasp hits differently, right? Their venom is probably like 20 times stronger, and yeah, and it just wasn't well. But I didn't want to. Obviously, we just started 3-day hike. We're gonna go back because back home, if I have some troubles, any kind of medical condition, I have 3 doctors at home, right? I'm from a family of doctors, so it's one doctor each generation of my family. So I'm very well taken care of in that field. If I need any kind of medical examination or something, I can arrange that instantly, and I get access to the best private clinic in Slovenia, to the best equipment, best doctors, everything. If I'm interested about something, I just, even here when I'm traveling normally, I just text my brother if something's worrying about me, and he tells me if it's a cause for concern, if it's gonna go away by its own. I have to go to some doctor for antibiotics or something. But here we are in the jungle, right? None of this is available. And these people don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what's going on with me because never something like this happened. So it's kind of scary. So yeah, I didn't know. They asked me, do you want to go back? I don't know how serious that is. But then I just thought, no, that's the power of the mind, right? So I just decided, no, this is gonna go away on its own. We're not gonna do nothing. We're not gonna go to the doctors. And if it gets worse, okay, we go back. I don't want to suffocate and die here. But hopefully it's gonna go. I decided it's gonna be okay. Also, when I was a kid, when my grandfather is also a doctor, he always had this. He had a medical suitcase with the injection. He had with the injection that could instantly relieve any kind of swelling. So he always told me, "Don't worry because if I would be bitten in a throat or tongue or any type of face, I could suffocate because of the swelling." So he always had this syringe that could prevent the swelling instantly, and I would not die. But here, none of this is available, right? But then I just decided, no, this is gonna go away on its own. And God, thank you, the power of the mind, because I remember all the difficult things I've been through before. This is nothing compared to things that I've done. That's what I thought. And it's gonna go away on its own, and it did. Hopefully, luckily. But I look terrible. I look the worst state I was for that 1 hour. I was probably in the worst state I've ever was in my whole life. My face looked absolutely disgusting. Swollen marks everywhere here, lips. Terrible. I just looked gross and horrible, but I still have a bit of a swollen nose, but luckily it got away. And very soon after that, the highest wave, when it was the worst, what are the chances that in another group that was here there were two doctors, two lovely doctors, a couple from Hungary, we're neighbors. They saw my rashes on the skin everywhere here, and they were like, can we let me see, I can help you with that. And we talked with them. Yeah, this was great because they assured me if it's going down, if its pain is relieving, the swelling is going down, it's not gonna come back. So don't worry about it. You're gonna be okay. So that when I was really calm after that, and I knew we can continue and everything's gonna be okay, right? And these doctors were super nice. They even offered me, they're gonna give me some pills for this anti-swelling for emergency, but I didn't have them here because we're in the jungle. But when we meet back at the town, we're gonna meet again, and if this ever happens again, they said I was really lucky that it kind of went away on its own. That usually if the swelling, when I showed them pictures of my face, right, how I looked, and they said no freaking way you that there's, if it's that bad, it usually doesn't really go away on its own and you need medical care, but somehow you were okay. So they were really sweet and they assured me if the swelling is going down, then you're gonna be okay, right? So that was a scary moment for me because I always think, I like to think that I'm really like, I'm young and strong and healthy and capable person, and then there's the fucking wasps that gets me to my knees, and it's scary to think if this would be a bite somewhere on my head or tongue, God forbid, what would happen? I was in the middle of the jungle. So yeah, I got a little bit of reality check right here, right? So you never know what can really happen to you. So yeah, so today was an exciting day. I fulfilled my lifelong wish of seeing orangutan, and pretty much had the worst medical condition on my travels anywhere really, because I never really get sick. In 5 months of traveling, I had one, and not even that serious, of a food poisoning in Laos, but other than that, nothing. I mean, jungles of Costa Rica and Panama with all sorts of stuff. And in Malaysia also I did the jungle trekking tour, but nothing ever happened to me. And now this wasp is almost deadly. So this was not the great experience, but hopefully now everything is fine. So tomorrow we're going for another day. Maybe we even see some more incredible animals. Yeah, they feed us really good food. Like we eat this jungle tropical fruit, and we cook rice and everything. So tonight we're in this campsite, and tomorrow we continue. So yes, today was quite a day. So we just woke up today in the camp, and there's already a monkey near our camp. So this place is like really wild. This monkey is called the pigtail monkey because it has tail like a pig. Look at that. How cool is that? So we arrived at camp for the second day finished. It's afternoon now and it's gonna get dark soon. So we're in this, you probably hear the river. I'm not sure how loud it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be too loud. Like there are some boys playing some boys game, trying to hit some bottle across the stream, I think. So yeah, I was surprised how lively this camp is. It is like in the middle of the jungle, 2 days trek to here, and here we are, like quite a few people. This river is so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the Socha river in Slovenia. Not quite as beautiful, but still. Yeah, this nature all around me, it's incredible. This place, you see, like untouched, pristine. So I just took a swim in this river. It's cold. That's a reminder of Socha also. It's very cold, so it's super refreshing after sweaty, stinky body of hiking the whole day through this humid, hot environment. So I didn't film today much also because we didn't yet see the highlight of the whole thing, which will be, hopefully we see it, the big male orangutan. We saw a few females with the babies, but not a big alpha male yet. So hopefully that happens tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day. It needs to happen. So far, well, as what we've seen, orangutans, they're all very calm and gentle, and they're okay with us. If they're like on the trees and 10 meters below them, here we are. They have no problem with that. But I heard that this males can be a bit more aggressive, so we'll have to be a little bit more careful. So we have some fruit or something that we can throw if the monkey is not after us, right? So if he wants fruit or something, we can just throw it and he'll leave us alone. Yeah, these guides who do this every day actually know these orangutans by names, because they kind of stay in the same area here, right? And yeah, they say they usually have no problem. They're very gentle, calm. They don't see humans as threat. But a very interesting story actually is about interesting and terrible at the same time. It's about the orangutan, female orangutan named Mina. Mina is her name. Mina is the only aggressive female orangutan here, and terrible reason why she's aggressive. Mina is an old adult female, about 37 years old, he said. And many years ago, decades, when Mina was mother for the first time, very young mother, her baby came into some human villages here in Bukit Lawang and stole some fruit or something, and the people would shot him and kill him. That's why Mina remembers that decades later, and she hates human with all of her heart. She would throw stuff, rocks, chase them. Very, very aggressive. So the amount of emotion, memory, capability these animals have, they remember everything. They are super intelligent, super emotional. Amazing creatures these orangutans are. So Mina is the only aggressive one here. I guess that was before this place was a national park. This happened probably like 20 years ago. I don't know, but terrible. But a very interesting story. So here we are a group of how many? 6 people, which is the minimum I heard for this place to be possible. So we are 3. It's me, the 2 Dutch girls, Nina and Rose, and then our two guides. One of them is only 19 years old, so younger than me, and yeah, it's fun. It's interesting talking to him, even though he doesn't speak English, but we can translate. Yeah, and he told me that he's very new to this. He's only been 7 days working as a guide, so we have a completely fresh guide, but he's great. We have like a good bonding moments because we are the strongest of the group. We go a bit faster, and the girls and the other guide go a bit slower, which is totally fine. And when we stop and we still have energy, he's like, oh, let's go to this waterfall, and he takes me to very dangerous, steep, slippery waterfall, like up climbing. And I don't know why he thought that was a good idea, but it was great. Yeah, there was no injury, but it could have been. And we were like pulling each other up and down, helping each other, so like preventing each other from dying. So we had like these good bonding moments all the time. And I asked him about his family and everything, and what's his biggest wish in life. And he said his biggest wish in life is to make his mother happy. Come on, what? How beautiful is that? He said he wants to be able to afford to travel, to take his mother to Singapore and Malaysia and everything. But yeah, that's his biggest wish in the world. But so far, the furthest away he's been from Bukit Lawang is Medan, which is 100 kilometers away. Yeah, but I'm sure he can. I really hope he can make his wish come true one day. Here, family is a very, very strong connection, right? Family is everything here. In Europe, we live a bit more individualistic lives. Here, it's still very communal, like more of a traditional communal family, very strong thing. I don't think which one is better. It's not better or worse. It's just different, and it's interesting to see different ways of people living. So yes, they feed us so good food. They cook there. They back there they're preparing some food. I think we're gonna have barbecue with fish. I'm not sure if they caught them in the river or bought them somewhere. But yeah, we're preparing these fish. They feed us amazing dinner. So last night there was like, I'm not even kidding you, like 10 plates of food, 10 different dishes of all amazing stuff, and they all prepare it here in the jungle. Today for breakfast it was like a sandwich, a good big amazing sandwich, and on the bottom there were some leaves, very carefully selected, placed, like very decorated breakfast sandwich. All the food we eat is, yeah, all of that is completely unnecessary, but completely amazing. So this jungle trekking is so cool, so cool. So hopefully tomorrow we see the male orangutan, and imagine being chased by the male orangutan. They fear that, my guides, but I think that would be so exciting. A story for sure to have. Okay, so tomorrow hopefully you see it. I'm gonna film it. Yeah, and then that's it. Then next week I fly to Philippines. I'm done with Indonesia. It was a wild journey. Great country. Those who knows me know I'm all about wildlife. And Indonesia, I mean, come on, that's hard to beat. We just woke up today for the final day here. And the monkey again in our camp. This time a different type, right? These are the most common monkeys here. You see them all the time everywhere. And they steal stuff. Like really clever, plan the attack and move extremely fast. And all of our guides were like, oh, sorry. No, don't be sorry. It's the most exciting thing I've seen. So cool. They probably know there are people here every day. Yeah, they search for food. So since it's the last day, we're not really doing much today. I think we're just gonna chill here, and then we're gonna take the rafting on this river to the Bukit Lawang, so back. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
What are you doing?
I'm vlogging also. You wanna be in a vlog? Share some words of wisdom. So that's the theme. That's Rose, the birthday girl. You can share some words of wisdom.
I have to sing some words.
Yes, you don't have to, but you can. If you feel particularly inspired for your birthday.
I don't have that.
Okay. Well, beautiful Rose anyway, with no words of wisdom at the moment, unless Nina. The two Dutch girls, and then there's our guides. So this is Randy, Randy, you can say hi to the vlog. That's our 19-year-old guide, great guide. When he's gonna learn to speak English, he's gonna be the best guide around here, guaranteed. And that's Muddy back there, preparing us banana pancakes or something. It's gonna be delicious breakfast. Yeah, pretty cool trip. I'm interested how close I can get to those monkeys. They're washing themselves here in the river, eating something, not sure. They're pretty comfortable. They're not gonna snatch my phone, no. Look how close that is. That's an alpha male, I suppose. Everything quite aggressive. This is like 1 meter from me. So today, just before we go back on the river by rafts, you see them there. Yeah, I think Ren is gonna take me to some natural swimming pool. It's supposed to be pretty cool here, and then that's probably it for today. This is gonna be this was like a really cool trip. Unfortunately, we didn't see the Sumatran tiger or elephant also, which they told us it's a very slight chance that's gonna be. But when I actually asked my guide about how much chance there actually is, right? So he said the last time he'd seen Sumatran tiger was 17 years ago when he was a kid. So yes, not a lot of chance for that. But the elephant, it's possible. He saw it like what, 3 months ago. So, and he's here every single day. So it's a bit, yeah, not too much chance to see that, but that's okay. So I didn't even realize that if I just thought we're gonna go swimming, but apparently this boy has to take this whole raft with us because we're gonna do the rafting here and then make a stop, make a lunch, and then go to Bukit Lawang. So yeah, if I would known that he would gonna have to take this raft for me, probably no, too much work. I guess that's why our guides were so reluctant to go here, and only Randy was willing to take me here because it's too much work for them. They were able to convince the girls that it's more chill to stay at a camp. So the girls they were able to convince, but not me. Yeah, one of the girls, the Rose, has her birthday today, 24, and Nina has it tomorrow. He's 27. We put everything in the plastic, okay. So we just finished with the jungle rafting. We're here at the river. This is maybe like a holy river for the Muslim. Yeah, that's Muddy, our chef.
Welcome to Bukit Lawang.
Yeah, welcome to Bukit Lawang. This
If
river.
want to here, just text our boss.
Yes, thanks their boss. This river.
Monkey business, the name.
Monkey Business is the name. This is like a very lively river. Everybody's having fun here. Maybe it's like some holy river even for the Muslim because they have some ritual or something. Yeah, just a very cool experience. So we just finished this rafting. No life vests, no nothing. That would be so illegal in Europe, but that was so much fun. So much fun. So the whole thing is done now. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for Bukit Lawang. I'm probably gonna stay here for a few more days before I go to Medan and then fly to Philippines. So probably just gonna chill. So that's pretty much it for Indonesia. It was a blast. Very cool. But we have to pass them again.
dulu. Awas jatuh. Lucu kan